Hello, welcome back. Today we're talking about something that might change your life. Seriously. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to build wealth so easily, while the rest of us are just trying to make it to the next paycheck? Well, I've been studying the habits of wealthy people for years now, and I've noticed one rule that shows up again and again. And the crazy thing? It's not complicated at all. This one rule is something that 88% of millionaires follow religiously, but only about 30% of everyone else does it consistently. So what is this magical rule? They spend less than they earn. And they do it consistently, month after month, year after year. I know. You're probably thinking, that's it? That's the big secret? And you're right to question it, because it seems so simple. But trust me, there's a lot more to it than you might think. Let's dive into how this actually works in real life, why it's so hard for most people to follow, and how you can start applying it today. Let's break down what spend less than you earn actually means with some real numbers. The average American household earns about $74,000 per year. But here's the problem. The average American also spends about 95% of what they earn. That leaves just 5% for saving and investing. And that's simply not enough if you want to build real wealth. Meanwhile, most millionaires save and invest 20% or more of their income. That's a massive difference. Let me show you what this looks like over time. If you earn $50,000 a year and save just 5%, $2,500 annually in 30 years, with a 7% return, you'd have about $250,000. Not bad, right? But if you save 20%, $10,000 annually, with the same return, you'd have over $1 million in the same time period. That's the power of this rule. It's not just about pinching pennies, it's about creating a gap between what you earn and what you spend, and then putting that gap to work. And here's something that might surprise you. Studies show that people who follow this rule report being 40% happier than those who don't. Because financial stress is one of the biggest causes of unhappiness. So we're not just talking about getting rich here. We're talking about living a better life overall. Okay, but if it's so simple, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, we're literally surrounded by forces trying to get us to do the opposite. The average person sees around 5,000 advertisements every single day, all designed to make us feel like we need to buy something to be happy, successful, or accepted. And then there's lifestyle inflation. As soon as we start making more money, we immediately want to upgrade our lives. The bigger house, the nicer car, the fancier vacation. In fact, research shows that when people get a raise, they typically increase their spending by 70% of that raise amount. That's crazy. So how do we fight back against these forces? Here are 3 practical strategies. First, automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts on payday. You can't spend what you don't see. Studies show that people who automate their savings save twice as much as those who don't. Second, use the 24-hour rule for purchases. If you want to buy something that costs more than, say, $100, wait 24 hours before buying it. You'd be amazed how many must-have items suddenly seem unnecessary after sleeping on it. And third, track your spending. People who track their expenses typically spend 15 to 20% less than those who don't, simply because they become aware of where their money is going. I used to think I was pretty good with money until I started tracking every dollar. Turns out I was spending over $300 a month on takeout coffee and random snacks. That was money I could have been investing. Alright, so here's how to put this rule into action starting today. First step, figure out exactly how much you're earning and spending right now. You can't create a gap if you don't know where you stand. About 65% of Americans don't actually know how much they spend each month. So just by doing this, you're already ahead of most people. Second step, find one area where you can cut back without feeling deprived. Maybe it's subscriptions you don't use, or dining out one less time per week. Start small. Aim to save just 1% more than you are now, then gradually increase it. Third step, decide what you're going to do with that money instead. Research shows that people who have a specific goal for their savings are twice as likely to stick with their plan. Maybe you want to start investing, pay off debt, or build an emergency fund. Whatever it is, be specific about it. And remember, This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making intentional choices with your money. Wealthy people don't avoid spending money. They just make sure their spending aligns with their values and goals. One of my favorite quotes is, "Rich people buy assets. Poor people buy liabilities. Middle-class people buy liabilities thinking they're assets." Start thinking like the wealthy. Ask yourself, is this purchase bringing me closer to my goals or further away? And that's really it. The one rule: spend less than you earn, consistently. It's simple, but it's not always easy. Still, it's the foundation of building wealth, and anyone can do it. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And let me know in the comments, what's one way you're going to start applying this rule in your life? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.